guys. This is Aakriti Bahl. She's a seasoned digital marketer with over 6 years of expertise in consulting and tech. She graduated from Imperial School of Business with an MSc in strategic marketing. Currently, she holds the position of accountant executive at Salesforce in London, where her focus is on aspect of customer experience. So previously, she has worked at Accenture Song, where she specialized as a marketing platform space, skillfully navigating the realms of strategy and delivering large-scale digital transformations. So that's a little about Akriti, and we will get to know more about her throughout the session. Uh, Towards the start, we have a fun rapid fire round prepared for you. And
Okay.
before we get into the main questions, let's have some fun with these casual questions. So, starting on with, if you could have one superpower at work, what would it be?
I think it would be to read people's minds so I could be more empathetic when I speak to my clients because I think a lot of times they're not telling me what they really feel and it makes my job quite hard. So,
Moving on, what is your favorite aspect of working as an accountant executive?
I think I get to study a lot of businesses because I get to meet a lot of different businesses with what I do and it's very people focused. So I love both these elements coming together.
Now, coming on to the other question, which is what is the most challenging aspect of being an account executive?
Um, I think on managing yourself when kind of deals that you hoped would have closed don't close. So like the lows of the job, which a lot of people don't talk about in sales. So I think that's the toughest thing to overcome.
Well, who is your idol and why?
Um, this sounds really corny, but for me, like my mom's always been my idol ever since I've been growing up. Just seeing the way that, she's dealt with life and all the challenges that have come her way. So, yeah, I would just say overall life, like I really look up to her.
What's your go-to stress buster on a hectic workday?
Um, I really like going for walks because it's my way of switching off, and like London has really nice parks and things like that to go. And on days where the weather's not the best, then just like a nice show on Netflix is great to watch as well.
One piece of advice you wish someone gave to you earlier in your career.
Um, it would probably be to not doubt themselves as much. Like I doubted myself a lot when I started my career, and I would read every email like 5 times before I would send it. So to be more open to just doing things and making those mistakes and learning from those mistakes. So that would probably be my advice.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for answering all these rapid fire questions. Which is the first question for you, Akriti, which is could you share what a day in life of an account executive working at Salesforce looks like?
Sure. So every day looks different. Some days I have more client meetings than others, but on an average day, I'd always start my morning, logging into my Salesforce platform, looking at the pipeline I have, following up on the tasks that I've kind of created there, and then moving forward from there. On most days, I have like time built in to like call customers, check in to see how they're doing, and then also call like prospective clients. So there's a lot of like kind of chasing in my role that we describe as prospecting that happens. And then a lot of times I have like workshops with clients or client meetings as well. And then just internal forecast updates with my manager. So that's like what my day looks like on most days.
Coming on to the next question, which is can you share a pivotal moment or like a mentor in your early career that greatly influenced your professional journey?
I think I've been blessed to have a lot of amazing mentors through my journey. So I don't think there's one. But I think I've always taken a lot of the advice that my mentors have given me and always asked myself, like, how does this feel to with me? Or how would it feel if I applied this in my life? So I think like with mentors, it's always great to find different people to mentor you. A lot of times I found mentors who are completely opposite of me so that I can learn from them as well. So I wouldn't say there was just one. I think there were multiple. But I think having great mentors makes a big difference to your career. So if you don't have one yet, please go and find one, would be my recommendation.
Absolutely. And Talerang actually focuses quite a lot on the mentorship side.
Yeah.
because every student is different, and a one-on-one mentorship is something that everyone should have, especially in their early stages of their career. All right, so moving on to the next question for you, Akriti, which is, with your expertise in strategic marketing, right, what key insights can you share about like aligning marketing efforts with broader business strategies?
So I think marketing's becoming really important. I mean, it was always important, but I just feel like, as you kind of are wanting more attention from your consumers, and your consumers have 100 ways to kind of think of how they want to give their attention in a day. So I think it's becoming really important to be more relevant. So even if all you can get is 30 seconds or a minute of your consumer's time a day or a week, you want to make sure it's relevant, you're putting the right messaging, whether it's new products coming out, whether it's the brand that you're trying to build. And I think like the trends that we're seeing in the Gen Z space as well, like, around a lot around brand building and how does the brand resonate with them. So I think marketing from a business lens is becoming quite important, and the channels that you can market to are becoming even more important in terms of what you leverage to reach out to your audience.
All right. So coming on to the next question, again, a little on the technical side, which is in an era dominated by technologies, right? And you're working in Salesforce right now, which is one of the pinnacles of the cloud computing. So how do you strike balance between leveraging technology advancement as well as maintaining a human-centric approach in your role?
So because I work in sales specifically, the human side in terms of my role is really, really important because yes, like I sell a great product, like Salesforce has amazing products, but at the end of it, people buy from people. So there's a big aspect of people management and just building those relationships in my role. But the great part of tech is that it can really empower you, So like, I mean, Salesforce as a platform is what we internally use as well. And just being able to kind of, see where customers have said that they've had issues, or just being able to pick up things like, even like AI prompts, for example, is what I get in my role a lot of times. So it makes a lot of my job faster and quicker in terms of like writing emails, or like, reaching out to customers, or like I might have a customer that I've seen that, we've reached out to them 4 times, they've not responded. So like, like that's quite important as well. So you don't kind of bombard them with information. So it's good to see that view. But at the end of the day, the people side of things is really important. And I don't think that's ever going to go away from a sales perspective or, general perspective as well. That's technology will always help you support that.
Absolutely. I think with the domination coming towards the AI side, like you mentioned right now, that is all very good and they are very helpful. Those AI tools are extremely helpful and they are always there to assist you. But like you mentioned, the human side can never go away. The decisions that only a human can make can never be taken away, and that is what we can see as of now. But let's see where the technology advancement takes us in the future. Coming on to the last question for you, Akriti, which is reflecting on your career, could you share a specific achievement or a project that holds a special value in your professional journey?
I think that's a big one because I don't think there's only one. But I think in general, because I've been privileged enough to work in marketing, there's been a lot of campaigns that I've worked on that I've seen come to life, and it can be as simple as like helping someone get an email saying when they've got a mortgage secured, which is a big kind of life event, or it could be something like helping them pay their bill easily with, an app that I worked on with a client. So the fact that I've been able to work on projects that have like positively impacted people's everyday lives, I feel really privileged to be in a place to have seen that come to life. So again, I think there have been multiple of those situations that have happened.
Absolutely. And I think this is my ideology as well. I don't know about how it goes for you, but uh, being part of something bigger than what you are just makes the entire working process a whole lot easier. You just feel like working a lot more harder for something that is much bigger than you, that has a bigger purpose. And I think that is something that even I resonate highly with. And I think this is one of the last questions that we had, and you have answered each and every one of them. But for a slight twist, which is we will be allowing our audience to share in any questions that they have for
Sure.
you regarding your journey, regarding your experience. So, guys, the forum is open for you. You guys can add in your questions in the comment section, and we will ask those questions to Akriti. Well, from Valerius, we got one nice quote, which is "People buy from people. This is gold." So I think they're really liking it. Okay, so we got a question from Ankita, which is, what are the differences that you found in the work culture of India and UK?
Um, so I haven't worked in India for that long, so I will caveat that when I say this. But I think in the UK there's a lot more focus on work-life balance that I've seen in general because I think you have to do all your home tasks yourself, right? You can't have any help at home or support at home for doing that. So there's been more that I've seen there. But that said, like I work in the tech space where generally work-life balance is one of the plus points of the cultures that we have here. So I do think that that's achievable from a tech space in India with a lot of companies as well. But I would say that that's been one of the big ones that I've noticed.
All right. Well, great. Thank you so much for answering that. I hope you got your answer, Ankita. Is there any question that we have for Akriti here? This will be the last one that we'll be taking. Okay, Ankita says, thank you so much. We got another question from Patulya, which is, what is the difference between an MBA in marketing and an MSc in strategic marketing?
So I think it depends on what you're looking to get. I think MBA as a general, like you can specialize within marketing. You can choose modules towards the end or modules to specialize your MBA to be more marketing focused, but you'd cover all of the business modules as well. Whereas for me, I already had a business degree in my undergrad, so I did have a lot of that basic foundational knowledge from a business perspective. So it made more sense for me to just focus on marketing because that's something I wanted to really learn more in detail. And my course was heavily marketing focused. Like I think we had a few like kind of strategic modules, but the point of it was to specialize only in marketing, which you would get in a master's that's catered towards it. Whereas in an MBA, I think you'd have more of freedom to choose different modules and then choose the modules that you want to specialize in marketing as well.
All right, that's a very good answer, actually. Even I had this question when I was, researching about you. Well, great. Thank you so much for that wonderful question, Pratulya. I hope you got your answer. Well, I think this is the last question that we took, and now we will be closing the session, guys. So I would like to first, uh, you know, just thank Akriti for joining in for such an incredible session. And I know this session was very insightful. Let's continue to learn and grow, guys. Until next time, let's stay motivated and keep reaching for stars. Thank you so
Thank
much for everyone.
you.
Again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Akriti.
Bye.
Bye.